Can we start?
Yes, yes.
So, you used to receive about 50 to 60 letters every day. Out of these 50 or 60, nearly 10 to 15 would be from abroad.
Okay.
We had a person in the ashram, Rajkumari Amritkaur, who was a linguist. She was a princess from Kapurthala. She knew French and other languages. So, she would translate them for Gandhi.
Oh, okay.
And other letters, particularly English, Tamil, and Hindi, I would take care of them.
Hindi also you.
Hindi, I knew Hindi
You
very
grew
well.
up
Yes.
there, so you knew.
And out of the 30 to 40 letters from India received during Gandhi's lifetime of 5.5 months after independence, nearly 10 were critical of the government.
Okay. Of the government or
Government of India.
government of India?
We got independence on 15th August.
Huh.
Gandhi came to Delhi on 9th of September.
Huh.
From 9th of September to 30th of January, he stayed in Birla House.
Huh.
During that period, we received nearly 50 to 60 letters,
Yeah.
out of which 10 or 15 were from abroad.
Huh.
The other letters, 40, were from local people from all over India.
Huh.
And from all parts of India, people were critical of the Congress government.
Okay.
In those days, all governments, all the states, it was only Congress government. There were no DMK, ADMK, communists or anything else, socialists or anything. You understand my point?
Yeah, yeah.
Congress was the only party who fought for independence, so automatically they took charge of all the states. And what happened? Why this criticism? Most of them never bothered to take care of the people. They promised so many things. Gandhi said, if you get independence, the land will be flowing with milk and honey. Nobody.
Yeah.
And they were living in bungalows. Gandhi lived in a hut. They didn't follow his advice. And they would use a car. Wherever they used to go by plane. Gandhi used to travel by third class. They never followed only lip service, that's all. And people used to go to them for complaint. So many refugees came from, after partition from Pakistan, Hindus. Lakhs and lakhs of them were accommodated in Purana Killa and Red Fort and other places. They were all living there. No food,
Yeah.
no blankets, no bed, no medicine, no education. Everything was provided free by the government because they left everything there.
Yeah.
You are a rich person in Pakistan,
But here,
but you left everything. You couldn't even open your bank account and bring the money. You earned the money. You came penniless. And the government was taking care of you. And what were you doing? You are living in a princely building in Pakistan. You are huddled together along with so many poor people, all poor, rich, all together. In one room there are 50 people. There you are a drawing room, dining room, this room, that. Nothing of the kind. So people led a life like that, and whatever was given free by the government, clothing, blankets, it was cold season.
yeah.
January was very cold in Delhi. You need sweater, you need blankets. So if you are in charge of distributing blankets, you take 5 to your house. All this also started. So people didn't get anything. Many people were suffering. There were no schools. Children were without education. They were lying there. So led a miserable life. And that is why all these complaints came to Gandhi. Gandhi went to all these refugee camps. They were all very dirty because they are all people who lived in palaces and they had sweepers at home.
Yeah.
Here they have come, they want sweepers to do it. Gandhi said, no, you do it yourself. We can't employ sweepers, we can give you only food. So, all this happened. Yeah. Yeah. So, they were penniless and they were suffering a lot, and that is why Gandhi didn't like the way they were governing. Ultimately, he said, I am not responsible for what is going on in the country. People don't listen to him. Mine is a lone voice. And that is how he died with a frustration.
You were there, Uncle, in those photos you are there, no?
Which
When
photos?
he died.
Yes, I was with him on his dead body.
Okay.
You want me to demonstrate it there?
Yes.
Achha, I'll bring those photos.
And during independence, you were in Sevagram, Uncle, or you were with Gandhi?
No, with Gandhi. In
With
15th
Gandhi.
August 47, I was
Oh,
with
you were
Gandhi.
in Calcutta with Gandhi.
Eh?
You were in Calcutta at that time.
Yes, 15th August. I
Okay,
was-
when all those riots
Yes,
were
yes,
going
yes.
on, you were there.
I was there.
Okay. So, what can you tell me about your experience there? Like how you used to live in the middle of the riots?
You know, I lived a princely life with my father and I was drawing a salary.
Yeah.
But here it was very simple life. I always liked simple life.
Yeah.
So that I was able to adjust myself.
Yeah.
Though I was anglicized, I put on Indian clothes and I was quite all right, even with the food and everything. So long as they gave me boarding and lodging, I never bothered about money. I don't need anything. It's all right. And I enjoyed my work with Gandhi because I'm a workaholic by nature. I can't keep quiet. Just as Gandhi, I told you, never kept quiet the whole day, was working. Similarly, I can't keep quiet even for a minute. The moment you go out, I'll do something here. So that's it. And that is why I enjoyed working with him, and it was all interesting work. You know, people came from all walks of life to meet Gandhi. A poor man will come, eh? Then Viceroy will come.
Yeah.
So I am anxious to see the Viceroy. Then Lady Mountbatten will come, I am anxious to see her. Then General Cariappa will come, I am anxious. So it's all very interesting to see people of from wealthy families. Birla would come. How can I see Birla? I am an ordinary man and Birla is a multi-millionaire. I had a chance by working with Gandhi, I was able to meet him. So it was very interesting to be with Gandhi because you met people you would not have met all your life. You could not have met these people.
Yes.
So you are an ordinary man, you are going to die working somewhere as a clerk or somewhere, but you have gone to a position where you are able to meet the richest people, most intelligent people, great generals, great warriors, great viceroys and all that. That's how I liked it. And my personal life also was very simple. He used to get angry. Yeah, I told you he never used to get angry. He would never chide anybody. I made a number of mistakes, but he never chided anybody because anger means violence. He would never get angry. And he would only tell people, do like this, that's all, nothing more. And I traveled with him a number of times. I had made a number of mistakes. All that, you want me to tell you now or later?
Yeah.
In the meeting.
Interested, Uncle. You can tell.
Once I traveled with him
Huh?
by train.
Huh?
I never knew that he was traveling third.
Okay.
Only when I joined him, I came to know that he is joining third. In third compartment, if it is meant for 30 people, there would be 300 people.
Yeah.
In a crowded, so crowded, one would be sitting on one's lap. So that's how. But for him, people who had great regard for him, so they won't enter the compartment. Though he had only a third class travelling ticket, he would buy a ticket for himself, never travelled free. If he travelled, along with him there were his 2 secretaries and 2 granddaughters. He would buy 5 tickets. But those 5 tickets in third class doesn't mean all the crowd will come and join there. They won't. Out of respect, they won't enter. There are other third class carriages, they would go there. They would allow him to go in peace. So he travelled third class, and in every junction, wherever the train had to stop, it would be published in the papers that it would stop in the junction. So people knew where the train would stop. So there, thousands would be in the platform to have darshan. You understand my point? Sometimes it wouldn't stop at any station, there won't be anybody. But when the press announced that he would stop at this junction, people would come in larger, and the platform would be full of people. Even the station master could not come and meet him. He would also be standing in the crowd because he is not supposed to meet him. Only people known to him can come in. Local leaders, local Congress leaders or local ashram leaders, they can come, but not outsiders. So I travelled with him. I never knew who bought the tickets. I joined new. In government, there is always an establishment section. They purchase the tickets and they give it to us and we travel. But I didn't know who is buying the ticket. So I travelled with him first time. There was no senior secretary. He had not come that day. He had gone somewhere else. So the train had gone nearly 100 miles, kilometers. We are going from Delhi to Patna. We are going to Calcutta. On the way come Patna. In Patna, there was a lady going to receive a letter from Gandhi to be delivered to the Viceroy. Gandhi was observing silence on Mondays. So he was observing silence. He was sitting in one corner. In the compartment is like this. The girls would be sitting here. I would be sitting here. I was sitting here. So he called me like this because he couldn't talk. He's observing silence. So he had written something. Two lines. A letter to the Viceroy, Lord Wavell. So he called me like this. I went to him. He gave it to me. I can talk to him, but he can't talk. When he gave it to me, I knew that it was meant for typing. So I came and sat down. I am newly joined him, mind you. So I thought I'll type the letter after reaching Calcutta. Calcutta I would be reaching only next day. But this letter had to be delivered at 8 p.m. the same day. And he couldn't talk to me. At 6 in the evening, he broke his silence. Morning 6 to evening 6 is silence. So 6, he broke his silence and he called me by name, Kalyanam. Where is that letter? He thought I had finished writing. He had to sign it and give it in Patna. I went to him, sir, I don't have a typewriter. So he immediately said in English, when I send for a barber, I expect him to bring his tools. So that means, as a secretary, I must have a paper and pencil and typewriter and everything ready. I didn't know all that. I was a new boy, fresh from college, just joined him. So fortunately, there were journalists always travelling with us. They would be in the other compartment, not in Gandhi's compartment. So the girls advised me. I didn't know that they were travelling. The girls said there are journalists travelling. You borrow that typewriter and type that letter. So I borrowed that typewriter and typed it letter. That typewriter was not very good. It was just used for sending messages, not a good typewriter. So it was shabby. Typing was shabby. I didn't like it. Still, I couldn't help it. So I gave it to Gandhi. He never made any remarks. Though it was a shabby letter, he made some corrections and gave it to me to be given to that lady in that junction. So like that, there are so many incidents, one or two. I am a workaholic by nature. I was working with him. I told you Direct Action Day was started by Jinnah in 1946 at Calcutta, whereby nearly 3,000 Hindus were massacred by Muslims. That is why Gandhi went to bring about peace between Hindus and Muslims in Calcutta. Gandhi went in July 47. So this massacre took place in 46, December.
Yeah.
So when he went there, Gandhi asked the Muslim people to come and tell him what has happened. He would tell Hindus to come and tell him what had happened. So they'd come in by turn. Hindus would come. A delegation. Sir, Muslims are like this, they throw stones at us, they are killing us and they are putting poison in our food, complain. They would come and tell him. So Gandhi would note down everything. Then another delegation would come, Muslim delegation. They would come, sir, these Hindus are rascals, they are troubling us a lot. They would complain against them. So each one would be complaining against each other. So this went on for 2 days, no sleep. So many people coming and sleeping. And I told you I am a workaholic. I am not used to listening to all this talk. I want work, manual work, either typewriting or something else. I can't do agriculture work in the train. I can do only typewriter. There I had no typewriter. So I was working and I told Gandhi, sir, I wanted to tell Gandhi, I am sitting idle for the last 3 days. You have not given me any dictation. No dictation was given to me. Early in the morning he used to dictate letters to me. He never did it because he was busy talking to these people. I wanted to tell Gandhi about it, but I had no opportunity to meet him. People are sitting around him. I can't go and tell him like that. When he went to the toilet, his toilet was about 30 steps away from here up to the gate. So he went to the toilet, and when he was coming back, I told him, "Sir, I am finding it very difficult. I have no work. I would like to go back to the ashram. I would do some work there. Here I am keeping quiet, listening to all your complaints from Hindus and Muslims. I am not interested in this." Say, "How do you say you have no work?" I said, "I am sitting quiet. There is enough work. I have just passed the stools. Go and clean it." So that is work. You must go and clean the stools also. So nothing is infra dig. You must be prepared to do any work that is given to you. That is how I do every work. Here in Madras I was doing it. But now I have given it up because there is no cooperation from the public, from the government. I used to clean the stools here on this road in 1957-58. But I said when the government doesn't bother, when after I clean it, the government should come and tell them don't do it.
Yeah.
They don't do it, then every day I can't be cleaning it. That's my job. My job will be only cleaning, sweeping. So I left it at that. Otherwise I was interested in doing all this. But unless there is cooperation from the government, you cannot do any such thing. That's how it's. So till the end I carried on with him, and there were many attempts on his life. The same man, Godse, attempted on his life 5 times. 6th time he succeeded. Earlier he had done it 5 times. He did it in 1931, he did it in 1934, he did it in 1942, he did it in 1944, then he did it again in 1946, and 48 he succeeded. Gandhi didn't believe in security. He said, my life is in the hands of God. Even if you put 5,000 soldiers, they cannot protect my life. God alone can protect my life. So he never believed in security as we have here for the ministers.
Yeah, so much security.
Kennedy died, he had a security. Rajiv Gandhi had security, he died. Indira Gandhi had security, his own people died. So all in the hands of God.
Yes.
That's all. Enough for today,
Uncle. If you remember something more, and I would like to come again sometime, hear some more from you. Thank you so much, Uncle.
right?